Namaste. I'm going to be teaching you about the yoga nadis. Nadis are the energy channels that run throughout the body. There's 72,000 energy channels, the equivalent of the yoga acupuncture meridians. And I'm going to be using yoga to unblock these energy channels. And the idea is to keep those energy channels flowing smoothly. And if the energy is not blocked, you don't suffer ill health. So the energy channels work on these meridians. We call them nadis in yoga. The main one is the Sushumna energy channel, which runs right down the center of the body. Then you get the Ida and the Pingala, and these two cross over, forming like a helix. And where they cross is where the endocrine system joins. So you get the pituitary gland in the middle of the forehead, which is inside the brain. Then you get the throat chakra, which is your thyroid gland, in the middle of your chest, where your heart chakra is. That's your thymus gland, which is all responsible for your immune system. Then you get the stomach chakra, your digestive system, the large intestine, the digestive system, small intestine, the digestive system, and then the testes and the ovaries, which is your reproductive organs. And then you also get excrements. So what we're trying to do is balance the endocrine system by stretching the nadis. Right, let's get going. Starting with a bit of a warm-up, doing Devi Patapatam, the bridge. Just raise and lower the hips. Try and get as much articulation into the spine as possible, coming down and up, one vertebra at a time. Now, as you lift the hips, push down into the feet and squeeze your glutes. Suck in the belly. Moving on to the warming up of the hamstrings, just raise and drop the heels to the glutes and feel that hamstring starting to kick in. You can speed it up if you like, getting some warm blood into the muscle. Now stretch into the heels. Reach for your right leg, lower the left leg towards the mat, tuck in the chin so you don't strain your neck. Try and curl your shoulder tips forward, keep the belly tight, and if possible, pull up the kneecaps. As you exhale, using your left hand to the outside of your right foot or leg, depending on where you can reach, pull the leg across the torso, but don't take it past the shoulder. If possible, keep that kneecap pulled up. You want to feel the stretch on the iliotibial band. That's the tendon on the outside of the leg, which attaches from the hip to the knee joint. And then do the same on the left side. First, bring the knees into the chest. Chin tucked in. Flex into the heels. Pull up the kneecaps. Keep the belly tight. And on the exhalation, pull the leg across the body, not taking it past the shoulder. Bring your chin down towards your chest and try and keep the kneecap pulled up. Try and keep the hips down on the mat and just be aware of that stretch on the outside of the leg into that RTB band. Bring both knees into your chest just to realign the pelvis, straighten up and whoop down into sitting. Interlace your fingers above your head, turn your palms to the ceiling, try and lengthen in the spine, keep your chin parallel to the floor. Little pulses with the arms, which releases the fascia in the front of the body, which attaches to the lower rib and to the clavicle bone. Big sheet of fascia. Now try and pull the arms back, keeping the back as straight as possible. And then on the exhalation, interlace your fingers behind your back. Drop your head back as long as your neck is not a problem. Try and lift the arms, bring those shoulder blades together and breathe. You're taking 70% more oxygen when the head is dropped back. So really take advantage of the breath. And on the exhalation, bringing the arms to the front, round out your back, suck in the belly. Try and push into the index fingers and feel the stretch across the shoulder blades. This is just a counter posture for the arching of the back. Keep that belly tight and watch the rhythm of the breath. Going into a twist, the Mariachai twist. Going into the twist, try and go into the twist on the exhalation. Keep the length in the spine. Now turn just your head the other way, and I want you to try and feel the stretch behind your ear. There's a muscle that attaches from the back of the ear right down into the shoulder, and the tendon extends right down into the elbow. You want to feel the stretch. You want to drop your ear slightly back as though you're listening to something behind your back. So first turn the head and the shoulders. Just hold it there. Watch the rhythm of the breath and keep the length in the spine. As you exhale, turn the head the other way. Drop your ear back as though you're listening to something behind you and feel the stretch behind your ear. Kidney energy exits through the ears. Now we've twisted the spine. It's important to round out the back again as a counter posture. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale and fold. Suck in the belly, tuck in the chin. And watch the rhythm of the breath. We're going into the heron. Cross your arms at the wrists and reach for your right leg. Take it straight up to the ceiling. Lift your chin to look to the ceiling. Try and pull your leg towards your torso. And we're going to pull the leg across the body again. Try not to take it past the shoulder. Pull up the kneecap and try and pull the leg towards your chest, turning the head and shoulders away from that leg so you've got a full spinal rotation as well. And you should feel the stretch down the outside of the leg. Now if you can't reach your foot, just reach for the outside of the leg. Same thing on the left hand side. Don't forget to cross the wrists. First straighten out the legs, straight up. Don't pull it across the body just yet. Just let your body get attuned to the stretch first. And as you exhale, take it into the twist. Turning your head and your shoulders, putting the leg right across the body and try and push into the bunion bone. Now don't forget, when you've given the body a twist, it's important to round out the spine to realign the vertebra of the back. So straighten out your legs. Bring your knees into your chest and hold it in the embryo Bandhasana. Please note the toes are tucked in here, so you're stretching the sole of the foot. That Kenny energy starts underneath the foot, so you want to feel the stretch in the sole of the foot, and you're also opening up the chest, dropping the head back, so you're taking in a maximum amount of oxygen. Try and bring the shoulder blades together and really feel the stretch in the chest. We're going into the cat position. Your hands directly under your shoulders, your knees directly under the hips, and extend just the right leg back and feel a spreading in the back of that right knee. Now lift the right leg, swing it across the body to the left, come down onto your forearms and drop your hips behind your knee. You should feel a delicious stretch in your glute. You can rest your forehead on two fists stacked on top of each other, and that'll stimulate the pineal gland right in the middle of the forehead. And watch the rhythm of the breath. We're going over to the other side. As you exhale, take the leg straight back. Feel a spreading in the back of the knee. Push back into the heel, toes tucked in. Don't let the head hang. Keep your neck in line with the spine. Keep the belly tight. As you exhale, swing the leg across the body. Stack your fists and rest your forehead on your fists, applying a little bit of pressure to the forehead. And you want to feel the stretch in the gluteus maximus muscle. We're going into down dog. As you exhale, push the heels down towards the mat. Bring the shoulder blades together. Try and gaze at your knees and tilt the sitting bones to the ceiling. Fingers are spread nice and wide with a V between each finger and your index finger parallel to the outside of the mat. To intensify the stretch, just gently lift your left leg to the ceiling and feel the stretch intensify down the back of the right leg. Keep the pelvis level. Don't allow the hip to lift. And then on the exhalation, do the same on the other side. If the heels are touching the mat, wriggle the feet back until the heels just start to lift to get a maximum stretch. Watch the rhythm of the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. On the exhalation, come back down onto both knees. Now cross your one leg over the other. Split the feet really wide and sit between the feet and into the shoelace. As you exhale, try and hook your chin over your knee, reaching your fingertips forward. The one hip sitting bone is inclined to lift. You don't want to allow it to lift. Try and push both hips down onto the mat so your sitting bones are glued to the mat. Feel the delicious stretch. We're going over to the other side. Untangle your legs. Round out the back to realign everything before we go into the other side. And on the exhalation, stack your knees the other way around. Wait for the exhalation. Hook your chin over your knee. Reach your fingertips forward. Keep both sitting bones on the mat. Now, if your hips aren't flexible enough to get into the shoelace, just sit with your legs crossed and do a forward bend. Same effect, stretching down either side of the spine. That kidney energy channel runs down either side of the spine. On the inhalation, come back up into sitting, straighten out both legs, flex into the heels, lengthening in the spine, reach over an imaginary ball on your lap, pressing the back of the knees towards the mat, suck in the belly, tuck in the chin and relax the jaw. Feel the delicious stretch down the sides of the body, the back of the legs. On the inhalation, reach to the ceiling, bring the hands into prayer and challenge your core by slowly coming down onto your back. Bend your knees, bring your knees into your chest, feel stretch in the lower back. Cross one leg over the other above the knees, and as you exhale, gently pull the knees into the chest and you should feel a stretch across the glute muscle. Now, if you can't interlace your fingers around both knees, just cross your fingers behind your thigh muscle and pull the knees towards the chest. Over to the other side, try and bring the knees close together, and as you exhale, press those knees into the chest and be aware of that glute muscle. This is a strong stretch. You really want to warm up those glutes before you do this. Untangle your legs. Draw your both knees into your chest to realign the pelvis. Now bring both feet to the outside of the mat. We're going into a twist. As you exhale, drop both knees to the right and turn your head to the left. Try and work that top knee down and watch the rhythm of the breath. So this twists the spine in about the region of where the kidney is, squeezing the blood out of the kidney. Now when we stretch to the other side, you get a fresh rush of blood into those organs, the kidney and the spleen. On the inhalation, bring the knees back into the chest to realign the vertebra of the spine. Feel a stretch in the lower back, and we're going into the laughing baby. Bend your knees. Try and press your knees into your armpits. Try and keep the base of the spine on the mat and very gently rock from left to right. The nerves coming out of the spine really enjoys this little massage. It stimulates the nervous system. Now bring the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to just hang heavy. Stretch your arms up above your head, fingers interlaced, and turn your palms away from you. Allow the legs to just relax. Soles of the feet touching. Try and straighten out the arms. Try and push into the index fingers. You might want to wriggle the shoulder blades together. Right, we're going into the banana. Delicious stretch down the side of the body. Walk your legs over to the left-hand side of the body. Cross your right ankle over the left. And as you exhale, swing your arms, your head and your shoulders also to the left, so your body's in the shape of a crescent moon. Then very gently pull on your right wrist. Now relax your feet, relax your jaw. Feel the delicious stretch down the side of the body. Then straighten out your spine again, swap wrists, and as you exhale, walk both feet over to the right, crossing your left ankle over the right. Swing your arms, your head and your shoulders also to the right. Now gently pull on the left wrist. Feel the stretch down the left-hand side of the body. Relax your feet, relax your jaw. On the inhalation, straighten out the body. Bring your knees into your chest. Realign the vertebra of the spine. We've twisted the spine. It never bends to the side. It always twists. Bring your knees right into the chest, forehead to the knees. And we're going into Savasana, relaxation. Part your legs slightly, allow the toes to flop out to the sides, wriggle the shoulder blades down your back and closer together. Palms facing towards the ceiling or the sky. Keep the length in the back of your neck, chin down towards your chest, and breathe into the belly and not the chest. Establish a nice even rhythm of the breath. Breathing into the diaphragm and not the upper lung. Try and slow the breath down. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms, your hands. Stay with the rhythm of the breath. Relax your internal organs, your glutes, your thighs, your knees. Relax your calves, your feet, your toes. Focus fully on the breath and nothing but the breath. With every exhalation, try and feel a letting go. Relax. Bringing your knees into your chest, feel the stretch in the lower back. Gently roll over onto your right side and rest your head on your arm or your elbow. Cross your other arm across the torso, palm facing the ceiling, and relax in a fetal position. Now when you're opening up the body, doing all these asanas, it makes you feel very vulnerable, so we always close the body in a fetal position, which makes you feel safe and nurtured. Gently come up into sitting, any comfortable seated position. Feel a lengthening in the spine. Bring your palms together, thumbs resting on the Anahata chakra. Connect fully with the breath and nothing but the breath. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.